My position is that the black woman's disrespect and rebellion against the leadership and the authority of the black man is a direct cause of the breakdown in our black family structure. They did not tell us that all of that, being my own person and I'm independent, would lead to separation, loneliness, celibacy, and lesbianism. They didn't tell us that if you give up the man, you're going to take one of these things and it's worse and it will destroy your nation. They didn't give us that information. They made us think that it was some kind of glorified position to brag about the fact that I got my own job, my own credit card, my own car, so I don't need no man. I don't even know how we got that mixed up. Ain't none of that got nothing to do with being with no man. See, we have a lot of power. We are very strong women. I'm saying that we're using our strength in the wrong direction. We're using it to tear our man down, tear our nation down instead of building it up. Having an education and a job does not necessarily mean you have a successful life. I keep telling black women that to raise a child, they say, well, I provided with food, clothing, and shelter. That's not raising a child, that's maintaining one. To raise a child, you need a parental coalition of a man and a woman. We have sons who, by not having a father in the home, they don't know how to respect women. They take on the black female emotionalism. They're doubtful, they're indecisive, they can't make a decision. They don't know what to do about being a man because we can't teach them that. We don't have that knowledge. We have daughters who grew up in a home where they don't see any affection, where there's no man there. They go out into the world and try to mate. They don't have no idea how to be no woman to no man, how to function in a house with a man, because they haven't seen it. Most of our children, just like us, get all the information we have about how you be with a mate off television. You know, over 60% of our women are single, widowed, separated, or divorced. They don't have a man. We have not been under the control of the black man for over 500 years, so what do we have to get liberated from them from?
Yo, my people, the government used family life to hurt the black community. This is the core of systemic racism. People get along when they are healed, when they feel secure, when they can live as complete individuals. Community as a whole starts with one thing, and that is family life. Family is the foundation. When you are brought into this world, you learn from your mom and your dad. They help you create your sense of self to navigate the world. Trauma is easily passed from one person to another. If you have no father, no mother, traumatized parents, the kids are more likely to repeat those same behaviors and look for guidance from unhealthy sources. Without a strong, healthy family, there's a higher likelihood that everything else collapses. The government understands this, so they use policy to break family units apart. Slavery destroyed the family structure. People were considered individual property and often separated. After slavery, there were forced labor laws. Black men could be arrested over dumb things and forced to work. It was basically continued slavery after it officially ended. Then there were Jim Crow laws. Economic opportunities were severely limited for black people. So black men often had to travel far in order to make money. This would cause them to not be around as much. There was also redlining. Places where black people lived were marked as high risk, so they weren't able to take out loans for homes.
You're charging Negroes more than 20%? There's no way anyone can get out from under that.
If your bank wasn't legally prohibited from lending to Negroes, you do the same.
Within reason.
6%, dollars, huh? Let's get this done. The city will approve any new Southland Trust development in East Compton once all the original owners have sold.
Not a given.
Tell me my fucking business. Chicago, Baltimore, Lansing,
Oakland, Seattle.
Now that was foresight. Move just one black family into a decent white neighborhood, and the other homeowners will throw money at you faster than you can count it.
Negroes aren't stupid. Given a choice, even they don't want to live among other Negroes.
Nothing more American than people willingly paying double for something they can't afford in the first place.
What happens once they realize they have been swindled?
Well, you could always ask Miss Koister if you could borrow a sanitary napkin.
If they make their mortgage payments, we win. If they default, we win.
Oh, you pray they miss their nut, and then you put those houses right back on the market.
At another markup.
And by this time, it's an all-Negro neighborhood.
An entire population of Negroes.
They weren't able to build generational wealth like a lot of white families did. Later, there was welfare. People would basically make money for having their families separate. So the father wouldn't be around, so the family wouldn't lose its benefits. The war on drugs, heavy policing of black neighborhoods, planting of drugs, and harsh sentences caused many fathers and black men to be stuck in prison. There was also urban renewal. Black neighborhoods and communities were destroyed to make highways. All of this is systemic racism, and it deeply affects the family unit. When there is no healthy masculine presence around, the kids suffer. It's extremely hard for a mother to relate to her son, and for a daughter to see how a man should be. All of this trauma gets passed along. It puts people into survival mode, and they do stuff like crime. Young boys don't have a healthy masculine presence, so they'll look to whatever other men there is for guidance. Trauma also makes people not want to listen. When they feel like society is against them, of course they won't want to listen to society. It's like playing a video game where some characters are way stronger than the rest. It feels unfair playing against them. At the end of the day, what people need is healing, to fix the trauma so they don't pass it along, so they can create healthier relationships and start stronger families that lead to a better community. But instead, people will much rather stereotype black people instead of trying to understand them and help them, so we can have a healthier society.
Here is a detailed look at how the welfare state played a role in the dissolving of the family structure over the years. Between 1890 and 1950, the marriage rate was much higher among black women than white women. A fraction of black children lived in homes without their fathers. But everything changed with the expansion of the welfare state. It divided the household and created a dependency on welfare. This kind of reminds me of what President Reagan said.
I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
So, what happened? What's the mechanism?
You ready for this?
No.
You think this is one of the scariest things that you've ever had to do in your life?
I can honestly say, yeah, it is.
When we get to the bridge, it's going to be fucking scary.
Yeah.
We're going to be crossing the Crescent City Connection.
Yeah, the
which is
situation is everybody who's stuck on this side of the river without transportation is in the area that we're going to right now. And
walking, desperate, without food or water.
haven't eaten in a few days, haven't drank in a few days. You know, so it's going to be a pretty desperate situation when we get there. And I can honestly say I have no qualms about shooting anybody. It's just that much lawlessness right now.
They'll have no mercy for us.
No, we have no fear. We will shoot first and find out
I'll shoot
later.
first, ask questions later.
Right.
To shoot, to put them down. We didn't try to shoot to kill.
Oh, okay. Did you
We killed a number of them.
How many did you kill roughly?
Cash. Matter.
Yeah, I hear you.
It doesn't matter. They chose to die. They chose to commit suicide.
How do you know the vigilantes? You see them. How they patrol around here in trucks. 4-ton truck. Driver and a passenger. And then 2 in the back. With long guns. And nobody telling them anything. It was no police. No police, no army, no National Guard, nobody. Then they put in a shoot to kill curfew, a dusk to dawn, shoot to kill. But there's nobody left. Young blacks was being killed in this community. When you hear the gunfire, it's not something I'm just making up. It's out there.
It was great. It was like pheasant season in South Dakota. If it moved, you
Get out. How are we going to get out?
look, we this high in water. We grab what we get. How long you been walking for? About at least 3 hours.
They weren't going to go in those doggone neighborhoods. They weren't going to impact those neighborhoods. Those people were looking to escape, and they cut off the last available exit route.
Look at my people. I got 2 grandchildren, a nephew, another nephew right there. We got trying to get the old folks out. If I stay up here, I'ma die. If I go that fucking way and they shoot me now, I'ma die. So I'ma die any fucking way. You gonna tax me anyway. But whatever it takes for me to get mine out here, I'm getting the fuck out here. You heard me? I wouldn't give a fuck. I gotta go.
Why are white people so intimidated and threatened by black men, despite their claims that black men are inferior to them and incapable of the most basic tasks?
Well, there's an easy answer to that question. They know black men are superior to them. Put us on any playing field, be it physics or football, and we will win. Give us the same opportunities, and we will win. Because we come from a history of not trying to destroy and dominate the world, and you come from a history of trying to destroy and dominate the world, and that has become the culture of the white community, you know? So you go into your medicine, and your first open heart surgery as a black man, your first separating of Siamese twins as a black man, the creator that eventually produces your first artificial heart as a black man. You can just go on and on. A black janitor at Johns Hancock, all right, teaches your best surgeon, the janitor, who never went to med school. Give me a break. You got a TV set because of a black man. You got a cell phone because of a black man. You got a touchstone because of a black woman. You got the video game because of a black man. You got the internet because of a brother from Ghana, Nigeria or Ghana, I think the brother's from. You got when we send messages on the computer. You know, like I'm going to text you, what do you call it? Email. You have the email because of a black Indian man. And it's just going, all of the technology that you're using was created for your corporations by African peoples. Yeah. All of it.
One of the things that I do is I try to help people get a picture of what I mean by racism. So tell me how it is. I'm going to first category is white racism, then we'll deal with black racism. So white racism. Tell me the ways in which white racism adversely impacts the lives of black people. Just what are the ways that white racism can adversely impact the lives of black people as a group? What are some of those ways? I'm sorry? Power, but how is that defined specifically? Education, okay. I'm sorry? Economically, employment. What else? Housing, what else? Policing. Why are we here today? Healthcare, okay. Now, we could actually kind of grow that list. Now we're going to move over to black racism. Tell me the ways in which black racism adversely impacts the lives of white people as an entire group. Thank you. The reason why you become silent, there's one that always comes up, and that's fear. White people are afraid of black people. They are afraid of us. And it's a very interesting thing because black people know it. We know white people are afraid, but you have to start getting into the psychology. What are you afraid of? Why are you afraid? But it's an interesting dynamic. Now, also you see the difference in what racism is, do you not? Racism implies you have not just prejudice, but the power to do something with that prejudice. Now, I don't like you, not only that, but I'm going to control whether you can get, I may say I hate you. I hate white people. I hate them. It's not going to change you getting that, loan when you go to the bank. I can hate you all the way to the bank. Not going to change. Do you see the difference? That whereas white racism says, not only do I not like you, but I'm going to change the impact of where you can live. I'm going to determine with that racism where your powers are. You following me? And I'm talking about as a group, not an individual, because people said, I remember when my uncle didn't. I'm not talking about your uncle. I'm talking about the whole group. I'm not talking about an incident. That's the difference.